Hi everybody, this is Mike Gerdes with the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living with Wonder Dog Yoga, bringing you another love note. It is an absolute fabulous, wonderful Monday here in Philadelphia land, and I hope you're having a wonderful day as well. Hey, today I want to talk to you about faith. Now, here's the issue. Sometimes when we pray or we do our quote-unquote spiritual mind treatment to heal something, we say, well, maybe it'll happen. But, we're so concerned about what this disease is or the situation it is, we lose confidence that it's really going to work. I'll tell you, some people really do this. And if you're one of those people that sometimes that thought comes up, especially when you're the sick one, let's say you come down with a diagnosis that we should not even label. Ask yourself, what's bigger, God or that disease? What's bigger, the use of the law of mind or something that's inert and has no mind of its own? You and I don't need to have faith in God. What we do in spiritual mind treatment is have the faith of God. So here we go. There is one life. That life is God's life. That life is my life, and it is your life right now. Yoga's too. And so what that means is that life is perfect. And that perfect life individualizes by means of you. And anything that appears to be other than that is an effect of a previous use of consciousness that doesn't serve you any longer. Now, don't worry about, did I think myself into this disease? This is nothing about that. But the point of it is, all of this stuff that you're experiencing is an effect based on consciousness, based on the use of consciousness or what's gone on before. So, here's what we can do. We can begin to think along new lines. But the problem is, so many of us are focused on the thing, we become hypnotized by it. And that's the sad part, because power flows towards, it attracts that to which you give your attention. So let's say, for example, you got a heart issue. You focus on a bad heart, not a good thing. You got a cancer issue. You focus on cancer, not a good thing. Because all those diseases, I could say poverty and bad relationships are diseases too, are effects of the use of consciousness. And what they have no power in themselves. Get that? So if we think they have power, we're in a whole lot of hurt. We would need to recognize that you and I deal with the absolute. We deal with God power. We deal with God knowing. God knows only wholeness. God knows only perfection. All this other stuff are effects of previously used consciousness. We call those secondary causes because they can cause other things to happen. But they're not cause in themselves. They have no life in themselves. And they can be changed by going back to ourselves, going back to the truth of who we are, going back to the absolute, and praying from that, treating from that, and knowing that there is no circumstance, no situation, no place, person, or thing that could keep us from realizing our heart's desire, from realizing wholeness and health, because that is the truth of ourselves. It's the truth about you right now. So I want you to say this after me. I am whole, perfect, and divine. I am made in the image of God itself. I am love. Love is that which I am. I am whole, complete, and perfect. Anything that appeared to be other than that does not belong to me. Wholeness does belong to me. Wholeness is my divine nature, and I allow it to be so. Now that's what you want to focus on. That's what you want to give thanks for. Because that is what is now coming forth in your experience. Now, if you're having problems grabbing that idea, or grasping that idea, or holding on to that idea, get some help. Call a practitioner. Call me. Call Dr. Maxine. Call a minister. Get some help, because it's vital. If you want to realize wholeness, to know wholeness. It's vital if you want to know abundance, freedom from poverty, to know abundance. It's vital if you want to know love in your life, to know love. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a wonderful life. God has wonderful things to do by means of you. And if you're at a crossing point right now where you're facing a big issue, this is the time for you to prove this teaching. This is the time for you to prove that there's nothing bigger than God. And so it is.